This is the Cornellà El Prat Stadium, the home of Espanyol. Alan Smith alongside me, Martin Tyler. The game has all the elements really to excite us, and I'm sure it will live up to the billing. Really looking forward to what's going to unfold here, Alan.
Should be a good one. A lot of talk about the tactics these two managers are likely to employ. Beforehand, we'll soon find out.
And now it's time for the national anthems. This is the team announced by Russia today. The system that we think they're going to go with is 4-5-1. That one striker will need a bit of support.
Yeah, you do not want him to be left isolated. Otherwise, this formation will not work.
I'm sure it was a factor, Alan, that the World Cup in Russia got off to that sensational start for the host nations, who were actually the lowest-ranked nation of all 32 in the tournament, but they put 5 past Saudi Arabia. Denis Cheryshev came on, got a couple, one of which was a fabulous goal from distance.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it just a much better tournament than we all expected, and they were running for fun out there.
Let's check on the way Italy line up today. It's Matteo Perin in goal. Stefan El Shaarawy starts with Matteo Politano as the wide players, and Andrea Bellotti is the striker. Now!
Well, that was a lazy challenge, and it might end up costing his team the match here.
The penalty, I think it was clear-cut, and the fact that the referee's not booked anyone, is that a bit lenient?
Maybe, but on the plus side, I think he's showing a bit of common sense. The penalty, I feel, is punishment enough.
He scored from the spot. Nicely knocked in from the penalty spot, made it look easy.
Well, he enjoys the responsibility, and he took that coolly.
The goal, wherever you look at it, it was very well taken. Clearly a booking, out comes the yellow card.
Well, he reached straight for his pocket, he didn't really think about it, but I think that's the good call.
That's worth a look at our replay angles.
Well, he's tried to go for the slide tackle, and he's a fraction off getting the ball.
Take action here. Well, decisive refereeing here. He reached for the card straight away at that offence.
Well, you could argue he's been a bit harsh there. Maybe another ref would have just had a word instead of booking him.
The referee doesn't get to look at it again, but we can. That foul.
All right, it's a definite foul, Martin. It's a slide.
And a good competitive one with just the 1-goal margin for victory.
Yeah, I think it was always going to be a tight one. There's not much to separate the two, and that's how it panned out.
This is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Welcome to you all. Martin Tyler here with Alan Smith. The match has so much potential, and kick-off is just moments away. This looks like a really good game, Alan.
Yeah, thanks, Martin. Well, we've got a couple of teams here that their strengths are attacking, no doubt about it, so I'm sure they'll be going at each other very quickly.
And we pause now for the national anthems. Canada will play with this starting 11 today. I think that back four is really important for them. They've got to be strong and solid, but they've got a bit of protection, haven't they?
They have. They should have more than enough. I mean, they're all good defenders in their own rights, but in front of them, they've got players who are going to be working really hard. Whether they can be a threat on the front foot, we'll wait and see.
This is how Egypt will line up for this game.
Enjoy the game.
We've got it down as a 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a system that the Netherlands used to use all the time. I think really they invented it, and plenty of countries have adopted it since. If it works, it's really tough to handle.
Oh, great goal, Alan.
The defenders seem to lose the concentration almost. They saw it coming from a long way out.
And that's a goal well worth analysing again.
Some might say you'd prefer to score from 25 yards, but I wouldn't go along with that. This is all about instinct.
And here is another angle on that goal. Alan.
Oh, my word, it's a bad day at the office, to say the least, so far.
It's a yellow card for the offender, and it's undoubtedly a penalty.
Well, it's a great chance for this side to stick one in the net, and for that player, he's got to be careful from here on in now.
That's a terrific penalty. Well, they were going to take him off penalties, but he's taken this one and scored.
Well, he's got a certain technique with these penalties. Goalkeepers find it difficult to cope. And it was so easy, it was untrue. It's not often you see that happen, and I wasn't expecting it, I must admit.
Well, undoubtedly, he was the star man today.
Well, so often we think of his creative abilities, but a couple of goals here have won the match for his team.
And as for this fella, well, he didn't get himself on the score sheet, which... This is the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid. Martin Tyler here with Alan Smith. The match has so much potential, and kick-off is just moments away. I think we're both really looking forward to this, Alan.
Should be a good one. A lot of talk about the tactics these two managers are likely to employ. Beforehand, we'll soon find out.
And we pause now for the national anthems. Today's Germany team is this.
Manuel Neuer starts in goal. Mats Hummels plays with Matthias Ginter as the centre-backs. Joshua Kimmich plays with Toni Kroos in the centre of the park.
And it's Thomas Müller in the central striking role. I think this ground has solved a few puzzles for the city of Madrid, really. It was an Olympic stadium, but it was pretty derelict and out of use, and now the development, the Metropolitano, is a wonderful home for Atletico.
Yeah, and the kind of home that this football club, this team, deserves, given their success over the last 10 years. It's a magnificent place to play football.
Here is the Mexico starting 11.
Well, we've gone with a 4-3-3 formation here for them. Is that the way you see it, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, it can be adjusted. It could almost be a 4-5-1 if they... I think even the team that's just conceding could see it coming, because they kept on losing the ball in dangerous areas there.
Well, they've got the lesser players here, Alan, but they're trying to show that the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts, and they've got a goal.
Well, I wonder whether the goalkeeper will blame himself for this, but it looked a good finish, even though he did get a touch.
Yeah, he's getting a few stares off his defenders. They thought he should have done better.
And that's a goal well worth analysing again.
And now the deficit is cut in half. They could still do it here.
Well, that goal has got them back in the match. They're only one behind now.
They can smell blood in the air. They'll be going hard for the equaliser now.
Victory by a one-goal margin in an excellent international friendly.
Yeah, and I think the winning team probably just edged it with the chances that they created and managed to take the one just to separate the two.
Well, I think he was the best performer in a good team today.
Yeah, I mean, we thought he might be the danger man out there, Martin, didn't we? And that's how it turned out. Probably the difference between the two teams.
The spectacular scene that is the brand new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm Martin Tyler, Alan Smith is with me. With great anticipation, we're looking forward to the match coming up very shortly. Two proper teams here, Alan.
Should be a good one. A lot of talk about the tactics these two managers are likely to employ. Beforehand, we'll soon find out.
And now it's time for the national anthems. Here's the Sweden team today. The system that we think they're going to go with is 4-5-1. That one striker will need a bit of support.
Yeah, you do not want him to be left isolated. Otherwise, this formation will not work.
Well, it's a pleasure to be in this new stadium. Great initiative by Tottenham Hotspur, Alan.
Yes, it does make for a wonderful sight. A lot of thought gone into it, and such a huge stadium, but the pitch extremely close to the supporters.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
been playing well enough to deserve this goal. Nicely created, well finished, and very well merited. Great determination as we look again at the goal, Alan, for him to find room for the shot.
Oh, that'll really be satisfying for him, given that he was under pressure so much from the defenders.
So the first goal
With this, surely that'll be a booking.
clearly a booking. Out comes the yellow card.
Well, he reached straight for his pocket. He didn't really think about it, but I think that's the good call.
Well, let's have another look at that tackle again, Alan.
Well, it was badly timed. He didn't get the ball. Forward like that, it's well worth it. Well, we could be heading for a major shock here, on course to win the match, a man down.
Well, here's the goal again. Well, this goes against the conventional football wisdom, doesn't it? Win the game with less players than the opposition. Fantastic effort.
It just goes to show, if you keep your heads, if you reorganise, you can still be a force. They certainly proved that out here.
This is the Panasonic Stadium in Osaka. Martin Tyler here. Alan Smith has joined me in the commentary area. The match has so much potential and kick-off is just moments away. What a game this should be, Alan.
Well, there's certainly a buzz in this stadium in the minutes leading up to kick-off. I hope the match doesn't disappoint. I don't think it will. We've got a couple of attacking sides here.
And now it's time for the national anthems. Brazil's lineup today is this. In goal is Alisson.
Thiago Silva plays with Marquinhos in central defence. Paulinho plays with Casemiro in the centre of the pitch.
And Roberto Firmino is the one striker. We do talk a lot, Alan, about footballers who are expected to win. I don't think there are any more pressured footballers in any club or any other country than those who play for Brazil. If you don't win any game, you're branded a failure.
Yeah, and that's what makes their achievements all the more laudable. They seem able most of the time to be able to handle that pressure.
And this is the team news for Spain today. Pau Lopez in goal.
Sergio Ramos plays with Raul Albiol in central defence. Thiago plays with Sergio Busquets in central midfield. Morata is the sole striker today.
You can't be too critical of the keeper, but he just needed some help from his defenders there.
The goal, wherever you look at it, it was very well taken. A team that's really dominating this match.
And they are the better side, and now the scoreline absolutely shows that.
He will say he had to be there to score it, and that's true. But once he was there, he couldn't miss it.
Well, a lot of those defenders wondering where their goalkeeper was, but I think in this instance you can't blame him.
I think they might be looking for another friendly before they play again, because they didn't really iron out the wrinkles here. They didn't look very sharp, and they've been beaten.
No, I think they do need a bit more match practice in order to get to the top of their game. It showed here today.
Welcome to CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Martin Tyler here along with Alan Smith. The game has all the elements really to excite us, and I'm sure it will live up to the billing. What a game this should be, Alan.
Should be a good one. A lot of talk about the tactics these two managers are likely to employ. Beforehand, we'll soon find out.
And we pause now for the national anthems. And here is China's team for this match. 4-3-3, and they've got natural wide players in that front three with a central striker.
I think that's the key, because those lads on the flanks, it's quite a complicated job actually, because they've got to come inside, support the centre forward, and they've also got to funnel back when they haven't got the ball, so an onus on them.
It is part of the growing culture of the round ball game in the USA. In Seattle, they can be very proud of how much they've been part of the push for the predominance now of the game, certainly in this area. And at the CenturyLink, it's the heartbeat of football in this part of the country.
Well, it is, and it's one of the loudest stadiums. I think it broke the record in the NFL for noise created. It's certainly pretty loud in here today.
That was perhaps the place where it was impossible to save it. No goalkeeper could have reached that. It clips the post on the way in.
Yeah, really good strike. He took it early as well, and I think that's what caught the goalie off guard as much as anything.
Excellent for his team, easy for him.
Well, he's laughing and joking about it, because it was perhaps the easiest goal he's ever scored in his career. No better time to score than that, and no wonder his teammates are delighted.
A good look here, again, by the replay of the goal. I must say. Clearly a booking, out comes the yellow card.
Well, he reached straight for his pocket. He didn't really think about it, but I think that's the good call.
He saw the ball but got nowhere near it.
You've just got to be
Going now A victory by a one-goal margin in an excellent international friendly.
Yeah, and I think the winning team probably just edged it with the chances that they created and managed to take the one just to separate the two.
Some final thoughts on one of the better performers today, Alan?
Oh, lots of energy, lots of quality, and a good goal, along with plenty of chances.
And the ball is rolling to start the first half. A very warm welcome to you all. Thanks for joining us here in the Spartak Stadium in Moscow. Martin Tyler here along with Alan Smith. The game has all the elements really to excite us, and I'm sure it will live up to the billing. This should be a special game, Alan.
Yeah, thanks, Martin. Looking forward to this. I'm hoping for a nice, quick start that will set the standard here between two good teams.
And now it's time for the national anthems. This is the starting 11 for France. Hugo Lloris starts in goal. Raphael Varane starts alongside Clément Lenglet at the back. In attack, Karim Benzema plays together with Antoine Griezmann. Just on the subject of France and this wonderful group of young players that they've got.
Yeah, we talk about Clairefontaine, we have done so often down the years, and still it produces players like Mbappe and Dembele, wonderful young prospects.
This is how Peru are going to line up. I think that back four is really important for them. They've got to be strong and solid, but they've got a bit of protection, haven't they?
They have. They should have more than enough. I mean, they're all good defenders in their own rights, but in front of them, they've got players who are going to be working really hard. Whether they can be...
One more look at what happened earlier. Could the defender have done anything different, Alan?
Well, maybe he's half turned away, and that didn't help. If he'd have closed it down a bit more bravely, it might have been better.
And that's a goal well worth analysing again. They always say, this team, they want to pass the ball at pace with a tempo to it, and they've done it just here and got their reward.
Yeah, I mean, a passing sequence is great, but if there's no finish on the end of it, it comes to nothing, but the lad really did tuck that away well.
Go further in front, and they are full value for this position. Well, it's just a footnote to the match, really. It confirms the win.
Yeah, I think the goal scorer will be pleased. Another one for his tally late on the match here.
Well, it's a goal worth replaying over and over again, isn't it? Just finish a little bit anemically, but not this one, certainly not for one country anyway.
No, well, the winning team will be delighted because they've got some of their strikers on the score sheet, and that'll set them up nicely for the coming matches.
A verdict on Karim Benzema's performance from Alan Smith here.
Well, so often we think of his creative abilities, but a couple of goals here have won the match for his team.
France have started this first half.
Hard work, but when you get a reward like that, it's well worth it.
Well, he swung his foot at it, and he's good at these one-touch finishes, and that was sweet as a nut.
Yeah, kept his eye on the ball, kept his head over it, and a lovely connection.
And they are really bossing the game now.
Such a well-crafted goal, this. Lovely vision to find the pass, and what a tidy finish.
Let's have another peek at that goal. Well, the value here has not been in the results, but it has been in the workout for the players, Alan.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a friendly's a friendly, and it doesn't matter so much if you lose it, as long as you get something else out of it. I think they have